Hi class, welcome to week number 2 of our health education class over here over the summer. Really excited to meet all of you guys through our discussions and moving forward with it. Just to kind of review all for week 1, we're on Saturday, this Saturday afternoon, so I'm just kind of reading what's been posted so far. But the meet and greet discussion, we have a huge, vast amount of different experiences from a teacher to students entering college for the first time, to a high school student, to finishing up their classes and getting their bachelor's, to additional college students, to students that have kids that are in college. So there's a huge amount of different experiences that we are going to have for each other, and really kind of can get different life experiences out of each other. So it'll be a good thing to have a different wide range of experiences. So moving forward out of week 1, 6-component assignment is due on June 30th. So make sure you guys get that turned in by June 30th. It's a 25-point assignment. You'll submit that online through Canvas in the submission. And if you have a Mac, just copy and paste it and put it as a text entry into it. It'll be easier for us. It'll save both of us a little bit of time and hassle. 6-component discussion seemed like intellectual and physical seem to be the easiest perceived components. A couple people had spiritual in there, but as I read through those seem to be the perception of those easiest. They're all connected. The reality is as we move through our components of health, if we're lacking at one, it's going to show up eventually. Whether it's a lot of stress in our life, it's going to show up possibly into some physical component to it, with back pains or anything else, relationship issues. You're going to have those, and you could show into your physical experience too. So a lot of different things could be interconnected. So as we read through those, that's going to be kind of the groundbreaking of what the class is about, is like how do we apply each one of those components to our daily lives, and how do we evaluate our own self. And that's the biggest thing, is the evaluation of yourself, and it's constant. We're constantly evaluating how we deal with life and how those components kind of pop into it. Etiquette responses, they were good. I think the biggest thing for me is just respect others and think before you submit. Really, if you kind of keep it simple like that, shouldn't have too many problems. But keep it simple. Try to think about that going forward. So that's kind of week 1 wrap up. Some people hadn't. I'll be dropping people on a Sunday night if they haven't put a submission or anything like that, if they haven't popped it online. So I will be dropping people if they haven't done anything by Sunday, just to try to keep the class organized and going forward. Module for week 2, we have 3 modules. So you're going to have module 2.1 is going to be the psychological health and spiritual health. So you'll need to read chapter 2. There's a lecture on week 2, psychological and spiritual. There's a video link, how to live to be 100. Really, really cool video link. It's a TED Talk. I really enjoy it. It's basically taking different groups, areas of people, and finding the commonalities of how they live to be 100. And for me, it's really interesting. It's an interesting thing. So there's a discussion on that after you watch that TED Talk. You should understand they're called blue zones. What's your biggest takeaway? And looking at it from the different cultures that they kind of analyze and look at the different commonalities that look into it. And then you'll have your chapter quiz 2. Some of the quizzes can get kind of funky with spelling. Just email me if there is a problem and I'll fix it. So to be honest with you, look at your questions afterwards, email it, and I'll try to be responsive. I try to get on there every day and look over your guys' response. So I can pop in there. It doesn't take me much time to fix it. So I try to look over. I fixed quite a bit for chapter 1. So looking forward to doing that. Module 2.2, you'll need to read chapter 3. There's a chapter 3 lecture in PowerPoint. There's a video, basically how to make stress your friend. And we look at stress as being good, and stress can be bad. Too much stress can be bad, but without stress, we never grow. And that's an important aspect of the way we become better people. So we want to make sure we enjoy and are people that are able to flourish with stress. But too much stress can be too much. So there's a cool little TED Talk. Trying to make it a little more interactive and listen to somebody talk about it on the discussion. So we'll do a little discussion. Is stress your enemy? It's up on the board there. And you guys will be able to take a look at that. And then chapter 3 quiz is up there as well. And then moving forward to 2.3, you're going to need to read chapter 4. There's a PowerPoint on chapter 4, social health. Take the quiz on chapter 4. And then we have an assignment, perfect match assignment. Basically looking at yourself and basically your category of these are things that I can live with and these are things that I can't live with in a mate or somebody that you want to be with. So kind of looking at it. And then there's also an interview in there with somebody that's been in a long-lasting relationship with somebody else. So you can look at it and kind of analyze it. And sometimes I think I'm from a business background, and we call that benchmarking, looking at other people that have had long period successes and being able to ask them questions on how are you successful in your relationship and how does it continually keep you going forward. So a little bit looking, that one's only I'm going to give you a little bit extra time. So that'll be July 5th it'll be due. So almost like a week and a half to turn that in, just because it might be difficult to find somebody. It could be a grandma, grandpa, friend, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, neighbor. You pick it. Boss, coworker. You pick who you want to help with work on that. So those are the assignments due for that. So a couple discussions, couple quizzes. So you have 3 quizzes, 2 discussions, and an assignment kind of moving forward to make sure you can get everything done in a timely manner for this week. If you have any questions, email me. I'll do a little video on the perfect match here on Monday just to kind of get you guys moving forward, and then we'll get ourselves rocking. So this will be its 2nd week. So three little chapters, so quite a bit of reading, couple PowerPoint lectures that are pretty long actually, because I think there's a lot of good information in the stuff that we have here. So look through it. I'll try to keep this video a little bit short, but make sure you guys can get the information for the week and what we need to do that. But remember, midweek is going to be due that 6th component, so submit that online, and we have those discussions moving forward. All right, nice to meet you guys. Looking forward to this class. Sounds like a lot of awesome people and a lot of healthy people actually. So looking at the people that looking to get themselves even more healthy and analyze themselves. Thanks, guys.